Before numbers had symbols, they had meaning. Long before paper, before ink, before writing itself, humans still needed to count. They counted days, animals, tools, and people. At first, numbers were not written or spoken, they were felt. A hunter knew if one spear was missing. A farmer knew if his herd was smaller. Quantity existed before language. The earliest counting tools were the human body. Fingers became the first calculator. 10 fingers shaped the idea of base 10. Some cultures counted in fives, some in 20s, using fingers and toes together. Numbers were physical, not abstract. You didn't say 5, you showed 5. As societies grew, memory was no longer enough. People began marking counts on bones, stones, and wood. One of the oldest examples is a bone carved with repeated lines, each line meaning one thing counted. These marks were not numbers as we know them, but they were the ancestors of numbers. Each scratch was a promise. This happened, this exists, this matters. The first true number systems appeared in ancient civilizations. In Mesopotamia, people used clay tablets and a base 60 system. That choice still lives with us today in 60 seconds, 60 minutes, and 360 degrees in a circle. Numbers began shaping time and space. In ancient Egypt, numbers were written using symbols for ones, tens, hundreds, and thousands. They were used to measure land, build pyramids, and calculate taxes. Numbers became tools of power. If you could count, you could rule. If you could calculate, you could control resources. The Romans later built a number system that focused on record-keeping and engineering. Roman numerals were strong for counting and organizing, but weak for calculation. Multiplication and division were difficult. This limitation quietly slowed mathematical progress in Europe for centuries. Meanwhile, a revolution was forming elsewhere. In India, one of the most important ideas in human history was born: zero. Zero was not just a symbol, but a concept. It represented nothing, absence, emptiness. This idea was deeply philosophical. How do you represent nothing? Yet without zero, modern mathematics is impossible. Along with zero came the positional number system. The value of a digit depended on its position. A 1 could mean 1, 10, or 100. This simple idea made complex calculations fast and powerful. These numbers traveled through trade routes to the Islamic world, where scholars expanded algebra and arithmetic, and later into Europe. When Europe finally adopted these numbers, the world changed. Commerce became faster, science became precise, navigation improved, accounting became reliable. Numbers stopped being just tools of counting and became tools of thinking. As mathematics evolved, numbers moved beyond the physical world. Negative numbers appeared, representing debt or direction. Fractions described parts of a whole. Irrational numbers broke the idea that everything could be neatly measured. Imaginary numbers challenged reality itself, existing only in theory but powering real-world technology. Today, numbers run silently beneath everything. They power phones, satellites, markets, and medicine. Every image, sound, and message becomes numbers before reaching us. We live inside a numerical universe, often without realizing it. Yet, at their core, numbers are still what they were at the beginning, a way to understand the world. From fingers to formulas, from scratches on bone to infinite equations, numbers are humanity's attempt to bring order to chaos. They are not just symbols on a page, they are the history of how humans learned to think.